So welcome to our presentation about our software design document. Yeah, we'll talk real loud and quick about sequence diagrams of our use case. First, we have the login. We input simple input. We send it to the controller. Then we check the login credentials, and that's it. Second of all, we have the gameplay, which is our like very core function here. When the user clicks play, it would send a request to the controller, then it checks the access from the game object, then it gets returned, and then the game screen is displayed. After that, when user inputs movement, that is gonna be sent from the game screen to the controller, and then the controller gonna validate the input and just like send it to the game to check if like game is end because and then return if the game is ended, and then updates the user point in case the users pass a certain checkpoint and is rewarded with some points. Furthermore, there's also an option where like in the gameplay where user can choose to view help, which interacts of course with the game controller, and the game controller gonna interact with the game object to get some help, and it's gonna get returned to game controller for display. Next, we have the feedback. It's a form kind of sequence where like user open the form, uh, display it. If the form gets displayed, you enter the feedback and then you submit. And the feedback system gonna receive the feedback page, gonna send it to the feedback system, and then you get a confirm receipt. Next, we have a claim daily reward. This is for claiming daily rewards on our system. For like small bonuses that you can use in game. Then first of all, like you have to click on the claim daily rewards system. Then the form gonna send a request to claim to the controller. Then it's gonna interact with the daily rewards object to check if you can claim and also check for your claim streak. So like if you claim for you have been logged in for like say a week in a row, you gotta get a like double the bonus or whatever. And then it's gonna, of course, send the user a notification if reward is claimed or if there's an error. Next, we have the puzzle page, which, of course, like you collect some pieces, you update your count, you open the puzzle pages up. Your puzzle page is gonna request your piece count, then like the game system gonna send it, and the puzzle page gonna display a page to the user, and then you click to receive reward if you get all the puzzles. Uh, like all the puzzles pieces, and yeah, that's it. That's basically it. And then you have view scoreboard. This is for viewing like the top players with high scores. And then you have report where like you can send like any recommendation or any bugs you find within the system to the admin so that they can review and get back to you with an update of sorts. Yeah. Then you have the edit reward here, which basically means that like you choose for an admin, like they can choose a to correct the info on a gift that the user can exchange within the gift shop, and it's basically um, like a form where like you can choose to like maybe like increase the reward or like decrease the reward or like change how much of an how much of points the user needs to exchange it for a specific reward. This for add reward, it's pretty much the same as edit, like except for the fact that you are using admin is using it to like add a new reward. Then you have the communications, which is just a another version of our sequence diagram where we specify the components. So I think I'll just skip this part real quick. And you see it's almost identical to the sequence diagram. And finally, we have some class diagram for the use cases. First, the claim daily, of course, they have the screen, the controller, and the entity. And then like for screen, yeah, of course, you have attributes like current date to display and like the shriek to display the shriek of the user. course. Then we have the check streak and claim request for the controller so that like the user can so that like it can interact with the entity of daily rewards. And then you have, of course, the login, very simple, username and password, and a controller to process the request. And you have play, of course, very complex, yeah. Should have like play button, help button for the menu, for the game screen, should have like a game screen display, and then have a controller to read the input, and have a get asset for like getting a game asset. Have the report page that contains of course like the page and the feedback, which is like a class that mm, s- that's used to store the report from users. You have the scoreboard, and it's simple. For the scoreboard page, it would display the scoreboard, and the scoreboard would have a function called get data, which outputs a list of like top players with highest scores. And then from for add and edit rewards, of course, we have the boundary here as like a reward and add reward and edit. And then the add reward and edit is gonna interact with, of course, the reward management, which in boundary. Then it's gonna output like a reward, an entity. Finally, the entity relation model is we have like four main entities: a feedback, user, voucher, aka reward, and a high score. Yeah, for the user, we need yeah, of course, the name, email, ID, and their personal high score, so that we can use it to relate to the high score scoreboard. We have like their reward, the max score, and their puzzle pieces, and also their a list of their feedbacks. Yeah, and user got of course gonna have a feedback, which is another entity that is basically the user's feedback. And then you have the voucher discount and code, and then you have the high score of the user, and that's basically it. So thank you for watching. I know that this is not like the perfect, and we need to go over and redesign a certain aspect about this software uh design document, but hopefully it gives you a glimpse into what our project is trying to achieve, and what's the end product's gonna be like. Finally, thank you for watching.